Welcome everyone to our pandemic Come Dine with Us once again.
Another one. Did you think there would be this many? I think I ask you that every week.
I think we're all still in a little bit of disbelief about how long this is going on.
Right? 2020. Wow.
Yeah, it's a special one, I can tell you that.
Oh well, but we're still having fun and we're still doing our stuff, and and we're staying safe. Absolutely key and most important.
Absolutely. So tonight we're going to be making the ultimate Cowboy caviar recipe.
So I have made this before. I made it a couple of weeks ago. I was going to drop some food off for somebody, and I decided to make this. So they really like spicy food and beans, stuff like that. So I thought it would be perfect. Of course, I had to sample it, loved it, and have made it twice since then. So I absolutely love this. It's
something that I want to try for sure. Definitely.
It's protein packed. You can make this. I like spicy, so there might be a few surprises, but check out these jalapeno babies.
Nice.
Right? These did not come from my garden, but I did plant some jalapenos in my garden.
Right.
They're not ready, so hopefully, maybe in a couple of extra shows we'll find some jalapenos. But I did pull some stuff out of my garden today for it, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Excellent. All right, so what we'll start with then first, I've got the recipe in front of me, guys. I don't know this one off by heart, so I've got the recipe in front of me so I can guide her. Even though she's made it, she still needs some direction.
I pretty much have it off by heart for sure, but very versatile again, like most of our dishes.
Okay, so we'll start with the actual salad, and then we'll make the dressing that goes on top of it. All right, so we're going to start with black-eyed peas. They're drained and rinsed if you're using canned. Otherwise, you got to cook them and cool them, that whole shebang. Now we're going to add
any type of bean, right? Like I've got, again, trying to go to the store as little as possible for all little things. So this one, I'm actually using black beans and chickpeas, but I've done the mixed bean medley. I've done a few other ones. So whichever one your favorites are, like for sure, use them.
All right,
make a mix.
Okay, so we're adding a can of black beans as well. So 1 can of the black-eyed peas and 1 can of the black beans. We're going to add those into a bowl. Now, both these great for blood sugar support, right? Because of the protein and the fiber connection, right? High in protein, high in fiber. You got a magic solution right there. So it's really great for digestive health. It's really great for heart health. It's really great for blood sugar regulation to keep that stable, right? When you have that combination of protein and fiber, it takes longer for the body to break it down. So it kind of slows digestion a little bit, and that's a good thing.
That's a great thing. And especially when you're sitting at home, right? A lot of us are sitting at home, so we tend to do maybe a little bit more picking and eating. We have to pay attention to really what our body is telling us, not when we are hungry. And this is going to help, something like this, to regulate that blood sugar. So really
excellent. All right, next we're going to go on to some jalapeno peppers.
Okay.
Now,
I like it spicy. I'm getting the big one.
Yeah, you're the big one. You like spicy, so the jalapeno pepper. Jalapeno pepper is one of the main ingredients of jalapeno peppers is capsaicin. Capsaicin has it's a very strong phytonutrient that helps with, and it can help with a lot of different things. First of all, it's spicy, so it kind of speeds up our metabolism and warms us up from the inside, right? So that helps with metabolism. It also can help with like clearing of lungs and things like that because of the spiciness that it presents.
And I'm actually keeping this because I'm going to throw it in my garden in my next set.
Excellent.
Who would have known? Who would have ever thought that this would have caused me to become a gardener?
Hey, it's all good. Everything for a reason, right?
So I've just taken out all the seeds and I'm going to give it a really thin slice. Here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Did you really recommend wear gloves during this?
Okay.
Because it will burn the eyes and you'll be able to taste it, probably for some time afterwards if you put your finger in your mouth. So I'm used to it. I'm okay with it, but it's a good way these things to avoid touching your eyes. Like some jalapeno peppers.
Definitely. Okay, so you use that whole jalapeno?
I did.
Okay, just chopping that up.
I love the smell of jalapeno pepper. I was so excited when I put this in my garden this year, and I can't wait for them. I go out and there's little flowers on them, so I'm super excited. But I love jalapeno peppers in any way. So it's fairly fine, but it's got a nice little, you know, it'll have a nice zip to it for sure.
There it goes.
All right.
All right. Next, we're adding in a bell pepper. So I see you have a red bell pepper there. Bell peppers are really great for vitamin C content. So 1 cup of red pepper is equivalent to 156% of your daily value of vitamin C.
Wow.
So
Isn't that crazy?
we're all kind of worried about our immune systems and keeping ourselves healthy and raring to go, especially during this pandemic. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with adding red pepper to anything. It's really going to help support the body with the amount of vitamin C that you get from it.
Right. Almost done here. And as you know, I'm always full of surprises and measuring. So I do have 2 added ingredients that I will be adding a little bit later on.
Excellent.
Just spice it up a little bit more.
Excellent.
This is not going to be spicy.
I'm totally not surprised by that at all. So a lot of the red here that we're getting in the red pepper also has one of the phytonutrients is lycopene, just like we see in tomatoes. It's what gives it the red hues, right? And so the phytonutrients, we remember what phytonutrients are. The color that we get from the lycopene that we're seeing in the tomato and in the red pepper, those are flavonoids. And we remember that flavonoids are bioactive, and that means it has an effect on living tissue. Amazing. Right? Amazing. So we talk about this before too, not just before today, but like we always talk about it, we need to eat the rainbow, right? Try and incorporate as many colors as possible so we're getting a huge variety of those different flavonoids and other phytonutrients, right? So it's a great choice, definitely. All right, so you've cut the tomato. What are you cutting? Are you cutting garlic?
Well, I'm getting it ready.
Garlic is a good addition to this.
So, we talk about this because we put garlic in every one of our recipes pretty much.
Yes.
You need to smash it. So I'm going to do that now so it can sit and all that stickiness going.
Yep.
And then we'll go to the next one. How's that sound?
Yep. Right, that activates it. Just to remind everybody, it activates the enzymes, and that's what we want. To get that sticky kind of, we got flying
garlic.
Hold on.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I'll get it later.
Enzymes to activate, so that's great. We smash it, and then you wait a couple minutes, and that it activates those enzymes. All right, so what's next? Tomatoes. We need 2 Roma tomatoes. Again, the phytonutrients in here, right? The lycopene, that's what gives it this red color, the red hue. It's a wonderful antioxidant. Definitely something you want to try and incorporate.
I love tomatoes.
I love tomatoes too. I love tomatoes in all shapes and forms. I like the little cherry tomatoes, the grape tomatoes, the the big one. I just love them all. Tomatoes are my jam. I love them.
Tomatoes is definitely one of those things that doesn't show up on my grocery list, but is something I get every time. Because I never forget. I love them. I like them as you, all shapes and sizes.
Yep.
I don't eat much bread, especially white bread, as we know why, because I don't. Sugar's the devil, and it has a little bit of sugar in it. To name a few other things, but if I could, I would eat a toasted tomato sandwich on white bread.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
nice crust.
It's one of our favorites as well.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Almost done with the tomatoes. And I'm throwing in like the juice. I'm not taking all that great stuff outside in because that's just going to add liquid to it.
Yep.
In some recipes, you need to take that out, but
Yep.
this is just going to add more to the dressing. So I'm throw my garlic on the side here and slice in all my tomatoes.
Excellent.
All right.
Next that we're putting in there is about 2 cups of onion, red onion.
Perfect.
Red onions, we know there's anti-clotting capacities with it, so great for circulation and for heart health because of the sulfur content. And I mean, if you change up the onion, you're changing up the phytonutrients, right? So we're using red onion here. You can use white onions, yellow onions. It's going to change up the nutrients that that you're going to ingest. So I'm assuming that any onion would work in this recipe. Am I correct?
Absolutely. And I love cooked onions. I'm not a big fan of raw ones. I will eat them for sure. So I tend to put a little bit less in it than what the recipe calls for.
Yeah, because the recipe does call for 2 cups of chopped red onions. That's a lot of onion.
Well, there's that whole thing, and then there's the whole like, ooh.
Yeah, for sure.
Goes in there. Woo. So these are really strong.
Red onions typically are, yes. You don't need a lot to make a big impact.
Less in, I'll add more taste in a bit.
Right, so now that we've added the onions, we're now going to put in some corn, and that's gonna be great because you're gonna get some punch and some sweetness there. I can only imagine. So it calls for 2 ears of corn, which let's say is about 2 cups. We want to make sure that it's non-GMO. We know that corn is can be genetically modified, so you might want to check in on that. The fiber content though in corn is amazing.
Right.
So yeah, definitely great for digestive health because of that fiber content.
Gonna give it a
The
mix
bowl
here.
is full. That's great. Amazing. All right, so next in is chopped cilantro. We're doing about half a cup of fresh cilantro. It looks wonderful. When we're all done after, come bring it close to the camera so everybody can see because it looks wonderful. All right, so we're adding cilantro. Cilantro is super rich, again, in flavonoids. We've got that bioactive component, right? Antimicrobial benefits to it as well. Gives you some antioxidant protection. So, I mean, we know it's green, so it's got a whole lot of chlorophyll in it as well. Again, super, super potent for antioxidants. A great option.
Love the smell of this, and this came from my garden 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Just before we started the show, I went out and I snipped it. It's amazing. I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it. And I've said it before, one of my favorites, this dill and basil, and I'll eat anything with that stuff in it. Love it, love it, love it.
Right? It's really a fresh,
Doesn't take
crisp.
It's such an amazing flavor.
Yeah. Not everybody likes it though.
I was just gonna say, it's either a love or hate. There's no in between with this one.
That's right. So what would you use if you don't like cilantro? What would you use instead of cilantro in this recipe?
I probably wouldn't put anything.
Okay.
I would probably leave it out then for sure.
Maybe parsley?
Parsley for sure would work. Yeah, great idea. I'm kind of debating. I like dill. There's not very much I won't put dill in. So maybe a little bit of dill instead. But yeah. No.
All right, next is the avocado.
For something that is not like cooking, it smells phenomenal.
Okay, next is the avocado.
Okay.
Oh, garlic. I mean, absolutely. Let's get that garlic in there. Fresh garlic. Again, you're working with that. You're working with some sulfur components, and if I remember correctly, because it's been a while, allicin. I think the enzyme in garlic is called allicin, or I don't think I'm pronouncing that right. But that's the bioactive component of garlic, and again, it's going to offer you some antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, all those anti-effects. This is amazing, right? Garlic and onions, especially together. I mean, it's a great marriage of really, I hate the buzzword superfood, but it really offers a lot of really good things.
All right.
I was actually going to suggest that you put the garlic in the dressing as opposed to, because the dressing calls for garlic powder. I was absolutely going to say, why don't you just put fresh garlic in there? But
yeah, I've done both, so either one absolutely works.
Perfect.
I've absolutely done both in the couple times that I've made it, and either one would work for sure.
Excellent. All right, next is the avocado. Avocado, we know, is a healthy fat, so that's a big bonus. It's low on the glycemic index, so that it's low in carbs and low in sugar. Great job. Great job on the avocado. Wonderful. It's high in
Always a surprise.
Why isn't it surprising?
It's always, they look amazing. I open them up and they're no good. Other times I'm thinking, I don't think I'll be able to get this one. It's not gonna be a decent one. And then it's beautiful. This one's good. The avocado, if you're not gonna eat your salad pretty much right away, you might want to hold off until you add it to the very end.
Okay, good suggestion.
Yeah, because it can get brown and a little bit mushy. So it's something that you can add for sure right at the very end, just before serving, or if you're making a big bucket of it like we do here, that I do.
All right, so we're looking at healthy fats, we're looking at low carb, we're looking at low sugar, we're looking at high fiber. So for about every 1 cup of avocado, you get about 10 grams of fiber. Again, superfood. Good for heart health, good for blood sugar regulation. It's good for helping to improve oxidative stress on cells, so that's really great as well. Good for inflammation as well. So all around, once again, it's a superfood.
So, and as you can see, it's not anything, chunky chop, real quick, mix it in. Shouldn't take you forever to make. So a little bit of avocado in there.
That looks great.
The other thing too with the avocado, if you don't want to mix it in, is make wedges. So when you present your salad on a nice plate, just do wedges, and then you can mix it in as you're eating it, right? So that could be another option.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, so we're going to move on to the dressing portion. Did you mention all the ingredients?
I did, but I did. The other thing I've done is I've added Thai chili peppers.
Oh.
And my plan was to do it tonight. However, I'm not, because that was a really large jalapeno.
Okay.
So that could be another option.
Okay.
I also like to throw these on the barbecue. You could do that with your corn.
Okay.
A little bit of oil, give it a nice little roast flavor to it. Would also be really nice. So those are some good variations that you can also do as well.
Okay, good to know.
Dressing.
All right, so the dressing, we're starting with a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Olive oil, we know, super good. It's a monounsaturated fat, so it's really great for anti-inflammatory effects, good for heart health, good for brain health. It's a very healthy fat. All right, a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. We're gonna do the juice of 1 lime, super great for vitamin C. That would be great because it's gonna be tart. It would make it a bit tart. You're really gonna get a whole bunch of the sweet and spicy, I guess.
Oh yeah, because we are going to add a little bit of sugar to it to just kind of soften that up a little bit and tie in all those flavors. Of course, salt does that too.
Yeah.
So it really is a bite of kind of spicy, sweet, tangy.
Yeah.
I have a juicer, one of those little. I prefer to do this. It's like my garlic.
I like your garlic. It's all good.
Yeah, it's good for the muscles, Gonna get some things going here. So
I found the best juicer. It's metal, and it's the best juicer on the face of the earth. Seriously, you know how you get the little, usually, well, the ones that I've gotten anyways in the past, where the juice, like you put the lemon or it's usually a lemon. in the juicer and you can barely close it and all the seeds are flying everywhere. No, this one is like oversized. So you can get that whole sucker in there and just squish it and you're done. Like it's fabulous.
Nice.
All right, so you got the juice of the lime in there. Now we're gonna add some cayenne pepper.
Yep.
We're gonna add some chili powder. We're gonna add some garlic powder, and we're gonna add some onion powder.
Correct. So that's all in here. I measured everything.
Excellent.
It's all in there. So I'm just gonna put that in there.
Yeah, so it's a teaspoon of each. So a teaspoon of cayenne, a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of garlic, and a teaspoon of onion. Oh, and a teaspoon as well of cumin.
That's right.
Cumin is a really great source of iron. So, I mean, I would never really associate it, you know, with iron. Like, why would a spice have iron in it? But it does. So it's a great source of iron. Iron we know is needed for hemoglobin, right, to get oxygen to the lungs and around the rest of the body. That's a whole other show right there. But okay, we're also adding a pinch of sugar. A pinch of sugar. And then you're going to do salt and pepper to taste.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see the color. I'm gonna have to get clear bowls.
What?
I'm gonna get clear bowls.
Oh,
so
that would be great. Then you would really be able to see it. But it's okay. You can come and show us after. So now, once you've mixed this, can you? Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah. Wow.
It's red.
Once you mix that and add it into the salad, is that something that would keep overnight? So let's take your suggestion about the avocado. We'll keep that on the side. Once you mix that, is that going to keep well?
It has lasted for me for a good couple of days. So It does do that. It kind of slides it all in. Oops. So yeah, absolutely. You can do it for a couple of days. You could add it as you need it, especially if someone doesn't like spicy.
Yeah.
Right. There's a bit of a kick to the dressing as well. But no, and some people don't like dressing. I love this one and I do make it ahead of time and pour it all in. But if I was making a great big green salad or anything like that, my dressing's always on the side. I'm not a big dressing.
Yeah.
I'd rather kind of dip my fork in. I find that if you get great produce and you've got all these great flavors in there, that's for me, I just love it as much. So I would eat it with or without the dressing. So you could do either one. I'm just going to give this a quick taste. Sweet, tangy, spicy.
Well, with those ingredients, for sure, it's all there.
And this dressing, you could easily put like if you're gonna make a great, like I love those dinner plate salads. You know, you got some great lettuce and you have some cheese and great, avocado, and you can do beans and eggs and add some protein if you like a meat protein.
Yep.
You could use this salad dressing on that as well. So super versatile for a bunch of stuff.
Excellent. That's it. That's all done.
I'm going to grab a plate. I'll use a plate because I want you to be able to see the colors.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add this just to show you the presentation of it and how nice it can look. I did only put one avocado in there.
Okay.
Oh, look at that one. That one's a beauty.
Yep, sure is.
So just slice it and then just peel that back like that, and it'll give you a nice little wedge of avocado. Perfect. Give this a really good mix.
It all looks really delicious.
Once we can get together, we're gonna have to you have to come over and we'll make everything so you can try it.
Well, one of these days I could probably make it with you. My kitchen's just not set up like yours, right? So it would really be awkward to try and cook it at the same time just because of the layout.
Well, what helps is that my island, as you know, but our viewers don't know, is on wheels. So when it's not in front of my stove, it's over in the back. I can use it. I've used it as a bar. I've used it as a buffet table.
Yep.
I use it as the place I do my folding of my laundry. It's so great. When I had the kitchen redone probably about 7 years ago, it was an island on wheels. It doesn't matter anything else. Island on wheels. So look at that. A little bit of dressing and drizzle that on. I had to come over and show it to you before.
Yes, please. That looks amazing.
Can you get the colors?
Yeah, lift
I'm
it up a
hoping you
little
get the colors.
bit. Lift it up a little bit. There we go. Yep. That looks great.
Right.
That looks great. So there you go. There you have it. The ultimate cowboy caviar. I mean, that took what, 15 minutes? I mean, we chatted in between. So 15 minutes, you're done. A powerhouse of a lot of really great things in there.
I do. I love it. It's crunchy, it's sweet, it's spicy, it's sassy.
So in no time, and especially with this heat, my gosh, frizzy hair and all, in this heat, you really don't want to be slaving over the stove. It just is too flippin' hot. So this is a great option. You're done in 15 minutes without having to turn the stoves on. Your heat doesn't, you know, your homes don't heat up with all the extra appliances on. So this is a really great option to get in and out of the kitchen, provide everybody with a wonderful supper or lunch, and get
Absolutely.
getting it done.
Bring on a picnic with you.
Right.
Add the dressing when you get there. You've got a, you know, once we get back to a lot more social, avoiding the social distancing, we can get together with bigger groups of people. And I think great to make and bring along. Always a hit. Yeah, I love it. It's definitely one of my favorites. And
I might
so
have to
filling.
get the ingredients and get it done. I'll try it over here. All right, y'all. There's another Come Dine With Us pandemic style.
I have tomatoes, jalapenos, and red peppers growing in my garden. So maybe we'll do one when this is all out with
your
that stuff, because I'm sure it makes a huge difference in the taste as well. But phenomenal. One of my favorites.
Excellent.
Staple.
All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us. Pandemic style, Come Dine With Us. We're so glad that you joined us. You took the time out to join us for this. And stay tuned for next month when we do it all over again. Like this for a little bit longer. But like you said, we're not stuck at home. We're safe at home. And we hope that everybody stays safe. If you have any suggestions or recipes that you'd like for us to try, absolutely forward the recipes to us. We're glad to try anything. I think we're up for pretty much anything. And if, you know, we need to, we can make some modifications to that. That's not a problem. Don't forget to check out our website, fullbodynutrition.com, and our social media. You know where we are.
They know where we are. So emails, Jeanette at fullbodynutrition.com, G, or Janice, G and J. Our phone numbers are there too, so reach out to us by that way. Send us an email. If you are trying this and you want to upload the video, let us know. Send it to us. We're happy to see what you've done, any modifications that maybe you have made. And hopefully the next little bit, when things get back together, we can have people over. We might have a few surprises for us, so kind of spice it up a little bit.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, my friends.
Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Wishing you all very well. Bye.